there's a story that I haven't, I don't think, shared with you. Tomorrow's the 3-year anniversary of this particular incident happening. I was in Ironman, Texas 3 years ago. It was a very, very stressful race day because we had a horrible, horrible storm move through during the race. So it was a wild race day, as apparently Texas is known for. That was my first year in the woodlands outside of Houston. The next day I flew out, and we were horribly delayed out of Houston because of the weather. So I missed my connecting flight, and I had to spend the night in Charlotte's airport. Second time I've ever spent the night in an airport, equally as miserable the second time as it was the first time. Like, miserable, freezing, you know, it just not enjoyable, especially after a race week like Texas, which is one of the hardest full Ironmans that we put on, especially in the expo, which is what I was doing. So I was flying in late, and I don't even remember Brandon and I, if we were together or not, but I do know that even if he wasn't able to pick me up. So I called a girlfriend who worked at the farm, and she came and left the farm to pick me up at the airport. And I said, I'll grab, we'll grab Chipotle or something for lunch. Thank you so much. So I've been up all night basically, sleeping in Charlotte, and I flew in late. But it was I remember it being a very profound event for me. As so many things are. I mean, I can pretty much make anything profound. So it's one thing you can count on. If you want it to be profound, I will help you find the profound. And Christine and I came back, and we had, we ate back in the back room. She's a smoker, cigarette smoker, so she's like, I need to go out on the patio to grab smoke. And I remember I had smoked my smoke of choice, and I, hadn't in a week, so I was feeling pretty nice. And we're on the front porch, and this old lady comes by on a bike. I have a record of it because after she left, and this lady starts. Tomorrow's the anniversary, 5/16/16, approximately 4 p.m. This lady comes and she just starts, she was delivering a messages from beyond. If Christine hadn't been there, I swear to God, I don't know that I would have believed it happened. At one point, I put my hand out, I have 2 chairs on my front porch. Christine was in one, I was in the other, and I put my hand on Christine's knees as this lady just kept, because seemingly it was all not related, but it was absolutely related. Each thing out of her mouth was directed at my life. I remember saying to Christine, I'm like, you see that lady, right? Like, it was so crazy. And the lady started her message delivery talking about your residences and how they are priceless, and colors and homes. Your homes are invaluable, priceless. And I've got a whole list of everything that I remembered her saying. But she started talking about home, my home. 9 days later, I would get the call from the daughter of the landlord saying they were selling the house and they wanted to offer it to me. That fucking lady essentially predicted what ended up happening. She did. And how crazy is it that exactly 3 years tomorrow, 3 years ago, this lady says this, at that time owning the home, not even a blip on the radar screen, next to my radar screen, next to my radar screen. She gave this, and Christine's like, holy shit, man, this lady is fucking Like, I mean, Christine knew me well enough. I mean, we work at the farm together. She knew to know that everything coming out of this lady's mouth, she's like, you're an angel, you're an angel. I've seen you. Like, it was crazy. 3 years ago. And now, I'm about to go sign, truly making this 3D physical asset, although extremely important in 3D. I mean, that's what I'm saying, it's the paradox. It's fucking huge. Yet in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's something I don't buy into. But it's like this. And how about the signing of it and the timing of it? Almost exactly to the fucking day. 3 fucking years. Like, this big of a thing. I mean, this is a $250,000, 1/3 of a million, damn near 1/3 of $1 million in 3D world right now-ish asset. For somebody who, like, so what's going on is very, 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 very metaphorical, very deep in meaning for me. Well beyond just the simple big thing of owning the home. I mean, I don't, that doesn't even tell you how the story of this home is everything, is entirely my leap of faith. My first round of investments, when I launched my vision and I paid it forward by giving those investments, Rob and Norinda found this home. I was letting them use my car. I was at the Y. They didn't have a car at the time. They were one of my investments. They are the ones that saw Mike putting the sign out. Mike, who's now dead. The young kid who was my landlord, who died in a motorcycle accident the day after Thanksgiving in 2015. Who was a professional motorcycle rider on the circuit in Europe, this kid. And he dies in a fluke motorcycle accident here in town. And that's what prompted the whole selling of the house. Rob and Norinda found this place. And then if Mike hadn't been 23 years old, you know, this kind of rich kid that was awesome though, like you never would have guessed. You knew he was, clearly he was brought up very, 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 you know, in a very wealthy family. His dad owns, you know, multi-millionaire living on Longboat Key. I bike by his dad's place. You can't even see it, you know, you can't even see the house, but I know where he lives on Longboat. And if Mike had been a regular, anybody other than a 23-year-old kid who was just super responsible, but he wasn't wrapped up in this, you know, all the bullshit, I don't know that anybody would have even rented to me. Because a couple of the other places I was looking at, they had some real issues because I didn't have a job at that time. I was like, truly, I had this naive, innocent belief that I was never going to have to work for anybody again. I was fully in my spirit and trusting, and I'm like, God, now I can finally do what I dream of doing and what I'm good at, what I dream of doing, and serving something that's not the dollar. You know, I had just leaped into everything of my own, and Rob and Norinda found this. Rob and Norinda painted it. This whole place was white. I'm like, that is not going to do. They painted the whole thing. I paid them. They were looking for they needed money. Norinda had just lost her job, and so it was not accidental even. The timing of my gift to them, which was to help Rob get back off the ground with his music. But they sold me almost all of my furniture because they were foreclosed on their house, so they were getting ready to move. The couches are theirs, this table is theirs, the mirror I look at every time I record, they sold me. These bookshelves are like every bit of this house came into my world physically after I turned over basically my 3D human life to spirit, where I'm like, that's it. I've always known this is what, you know, just basically going after it, living the life and being the person I've always wanted to be, and I have been, full steam ahead, and, you know, and going big out of the gate, you know, putting myself, going big out of the gate. And this house was involved from almost, not moment one, but pretty, let's see, I officially launched, it's hard to say. I mean, I really took the leap of faith when I got on that plane on August 9th, 2012, when I left Seattle for my 3-month break from Microsoft to stay with Mimi. The only thing I thought and had an expectation for is, I swear to God, I thought I was getting back on that plane in 3 months to go back to Microsoft for at least 1 more year. But then I came and I started to play with Mimi, who at that time was one of the more enlightened people that I was hanging out with, for sure.